If camera quality or features of a camera are what makes a quality movie or makes a quality video, then I beg to differ, because go back and watch all the old films or films from the 90s to the 80s or even the early ages of cinema. Ask yourself, why do you still watch some of those old films and enjoy them? Meanwhile, today's iPhone or the capabilities of today's iPhone supersede some of those cameras back in those days. In today's video, I answer one of the most difficult questions in filmmaking. When is the right time to buy a new camera? Is it now or is it in the future? Is it when your camera breaks down completely, or is it when Canon or Sony or Panasonic or any camera company announces a new release? Is that the right time to get a new camera? I answer all this in this particular video. Sit back, relax, let's figure this out. Hello guys, and welcome to yet another exciting video right here on the Africa Amaze channel. Today I answer the question, how do you get to know that it's time for me to upgrade or get a new camera? Now, if you've asked yourself this question, you are not alone, because most of us also have that same question. But the goal of this video is to help you overcome this particular anxiety if you keep asking yourself whether you should go after the very new release of the camera that has just been released or actually stick to your old camera. Now, the very simple way of approaching whether you need a new camera or not is just the matter of getting your wants and needs right. Get your priorities right, guys. What it takes for me to be able to know that I now need a new camera is when I pick up my camera and I realize that there are certain limitations with it. Now, how do you know that there are certain limitations with a particular camera? That is by consistently and continuously using a camera for a very long time and always trying to explore or using the camera in lots of situations to know when that camera works better and when it doesn't work better for you. Now, if you're someone who is so addicted to watching camera reviews on YouTube or making buying decisions from just watching videos on YouTube, then you are also caught up in this web. What I want to tell you is that sometimes when a YouTuber talks about a disadvantage of a particular camera, that might actually be the same reason why you should get it, or that might actually be an advantage to you. Like the saying goes, one man's meat is another man's poison. So don't just take YouTubers' word as the final say or the final decision or the final reason why you need to upgrade to the latest camera. Now, in our studio here, the OBL Studios, we've been using a particular camera, which is the Sony FX100, for almost 6 to 7 years now. Now, the Sony FX100 has been one of the oldest cameras in the Sony ecosystem, which has been around for some time now. But even till date, I'm still wowed by the quality of this camera. Now, I'm currently filming this video on the Panasonic G7. If you're an ardent follower of this channel, you know my love for this camera because it's so easy to carry around. Now, this camera is almost more than 4 years old, but it's still as relevant as it is in today's world, because this camera shoots 4K. It has lots of functions in it that most of these so-called modern cameras or these so-called latest cameras do not have. Cameras like the Panasonic G7 and all those other old cameras are really doing amazing stuff. If camera quality or features of a camera are what makes a quality movie or makes a quality video, then I beg to differ, because go back and watch all the old films or films from the 90s to the 80s or even the early ages of cinema. Ask yourself, why do you still watch some of those old films and enjoy them? Meanwhile, today's iPhone or the capabilities of today's iPhone supersede some of those cameras back in those days. Although some of them were shot in film or in actual celluloid, which is film. And I'm not here to start the whole debate of digital versus film, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Basically, all you need to know is that before you make that decision or before you pull that money to go buy a new camera, make sure that you've used your current camera so much that you know the ins and out of it, and you know you've reached a certain crossroad where you've actually used the camera to its full potential and you now need to try your hands on something else. Now, is this always the case? If you just feel like you are getting bored with your current camera, because hey, what is a camera when you pick it up and you can't actually take it out there and shoot? You need to get a camera that inspires you, that puts you on the edge to always pick it up and go out there and shoot, because at the end of the day, this is a craft, and the more you do it, the better you become at it. And so to cut it short or to cut this all up, basically, to know whether you need a new camera is to ask yourself, if you have used your current camera to its full potential and you know the ins and out of it, and you've come to a crossroad where you need to upgrade to something else. And talking about buying a new camera, right from there, you don't even need to go buy a new camera. You can also even settle for used market, because trust me, buying used cameras in 2021 onwards is really a very great deal. Like I said, most of these old cameras are still very great, but because it's been years, they've depreciated over time, and so you can pick some of these very high quality cameras up at really amazing rates online. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section below. If you have any further questions, guys, you can hit me up on Instagram at obl_junior, and I will gladly respond to every single one of your messages. If you are new here, guys, kindly consider clicking on the subscribe button, hit on the notification icon so that you get notified anytime I drop awesome content like this on the Africa Amaze channel. Now, as always, guys, like we do it on this channel, keep practicing filmmaking. Peace out. And I hope you like my hat.